I quickly want to take a look at NVIDIA Riva. So almost exactly 5 years ago, I wrote my first blog on NVIDIA Riva, which was then called NVIDIA Jarvis, and the name changed subsequently to Riva. And Riva is really a conversational interface that lives on the edge. And what's interesting, when NVIDIA Riva launched the very first time, there was no dialogue management system. So they leveraged Google Dialogflow and Rasa, I think Machine Learning Stories it was called, to handle the dialogue. And fast forward 5 years, and dialogue management really, to a large degree, fell away in that context. So with the agentic era, that's really taken care of. And I loved looking again at Riva, at the detail of Riva, and I tried to stand up a Riva prototype MVP on my actual MacBook, making use of NVIDIA APIs. So here's a neat little NVIDIA Riva voice assistant that's running locally on my machine. You can see the detail at the top. I make use of Grok 3 Fast as the large language model. And then I use, you can see the detail there in terms of the ASR and TTS. I can speak or I can type. What is the current weather in Cape Town, South Africa? I stop that and I send it. So it's a little bit asynchronous, and you can see it's going off there on the side. And I get the text response, and also I get the audio response I can listen to. So it's a little bit asynchronous, but it gives you a very good idea of how NVIDIA Riva can operate as a speech interface. What I find interesting was that the creator of OpenClaw or Clawbot, Peter Steinberger, spoke at length with Lex Friedman on the advantages of using a voice interface. And then lastly, what is really interesting was the whole implementation of Caterpillar of NVIDIA Riva, where they ran agentic or AI agent voice interfaces on the edge on their machines. So I'll add a link to the blog. I wrote in this, really a very interesting case study.